Hola.
This is
Hello.
Arduino EDUvision episode number 9.
That means that this is the last one.
Yeah, last one for season 2,
Exactly.
but not
Just
the
right.
last EDUvision.
Exactly. So don't panic, because one thing we're going to have. Okay, this is the last episode, but we're going to have a Christmas special in December. So just check our social media. And also, we will be back with a new whole season next year. So
Stay tuned.
tuned. Exactly.
Yes. And to offer you all best content possible, we would like to know what you would like to see in the Christmas special or in the coming season. So please use the chat in YouTube and Facebook. You can comment what topics you would like us to talk about, if you have some ideas for the episodes, and you can do that throughout the episode.
Yeah. So
And remember that you can also use the chat to have questions for us or for our guests in the episode. So
yeah, exactly. So don't miss. Just write
Yeah.
what you want to see. So
yes.
So in this last episode, we're going to talk about the space. How can we investigate the space using Arduino? And we will also have a video from David Cuartielles, which is our co-founder, and we will talk about a project they did with students where they built and launched mini satellites using Arduino. So
Yes.
that will be very fun and interesting to watch.
Yes, and we will also have a special guest, Scott Stump from the US Department of Education. He will tell us about the CTE Mission, the Career and Technical Education Mission CubeSat, which is a national challenge to build technical skills for careers in space and beyond.
Yeah,
And what
that's
more?
also, it's very interesting. Yeah. So as usual, we're going to have our last Edu Spotlight for this season, and we're going to have the quiz.
Yes, so this time there's a quiz.
Yes, so stay tuned and join the quiz, are the interviews, and ask questions to our guests.
Yeah, and it's nice. I can see a lot of people already commenting. There's Lotte from Denmark. Hola.
Nice. From Mexico. Nice.
Yes.
So thank you guys for joining. Awesome. So what about if we start with today's Edu Spotlight? So one of our colleagues, Pablo, is going to tell us about CubeSat. So let's watch.
In the world of spacecraft, every gram costs money. Therefore, the cheapest spacecraft is the smallest one. This is why CubeSat was created. Satellites that are tiny in size, cost efficiency, and faster to develop. A CubeSat is a type of miniaturized satellite for space research, with the current smallest one being 1 EU in size. Since their first launch in 2003, they've become a key tool for universities and companies looking to carry out small, focused experiments. More than 1,200 CubeSats has been launched as of January 2020. In 2012, based on CubeSat standard, an Arduino-based nanosatellite was created called ArduSat. ArduSat is created by NanoSatisfy LLC, an aerospace company that was founded by 4 graduate students from International Space University in 2012. The satellite itself is a series of modules built up on the same stacking bus. Imagine being able to plot the sketch using Arduino language and launch it with a rocket, Blink LED, in space.
Thank you, Pablo.
Yeah, nice to know.
There's one question from the audience. We're going to get complete starter guide for Arduino IoT. So we have, for example, the Explore IoT kit.
Yeah.
If you want to get started.
The IoT. Exactly.
Yes.
That. So I think now it's time to bring our special guest. As Melissa mentioned before, he's Scott Stump from the United States Department of Education. So everybody, welcome Scott.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us.
You bet. My sons are jealous because they've been Arduino users for many years. So we'll talk about that later. But
yeah, that's nice. So thanks, Scott. So could you please start telling us a little bit about you, about your role, and what do you do?
You bet. I'm Scott Stump, Assistant Secretary for the Office of Career, Technical, and Adult Education within the United States Department of Education. And so my role is twofold. One, to guide our Secretary DeVos, on all things related to giving individuals the skills they need at the right time for the right next step in their career, and introducing young people especially to career pathways that they might not thought of, and getting them excited and interested in them. And we do that through our federal funding streams of the Perkins Act, which provides about $1.3 billion each year out to K-12 and community college institutions across the country. But for those of our international guests, you might refer to it as VET, or vocational education and training. So we do call it career and technical education, and it really is about getting individuals prepared for high wage, high skill, and high demand jobs. And I'll tell you, the one that's emerging, our president about a year ago, launched the Space Force. So adding to our division of our military, whole focus on preparing the United States to be and take a more stronger presence in space. And that's where the CTE Mission CubeSat came from, was really to propel us and get us individuals, young and old, that are excited about the technology that's going to get us there and help us be safe while we're there.
Yeah, and you mentioned the mission, the CubeSat. So what it is, and who is it for?
You bet. It's for high school students, and it engages teachers and students, some of them that have never engaged with this type of technology before, to create a CubeSat, and in this case, a CubeSat prototype. So I do want to know that these won't be flying and being launched from the International Space Station like so many others are. This is the first step to take those rural areas of the country and in other areas where they've had no experience with programming, whether Arduino board or anything else, and get them into this with a step. And so the challenge, it was sent out across the nation, and we've got most states engaged. We've already got the applications in for the first phase, which were 54 applications, to come up with a problem that they would solve by being able to collect data from a low orbit. And the problems they're looking at solving, I was getting excited about, because they're one of them is to potentially look at tracking changes in the Earth's magnetic field. One is to assess the environmental impact of the pandemic lockdowns, really current things that high school students solving problems of the world. In Colorado, where we've had significant wildfires, and in California, one of the groups wants to monitor the effect of natural disasters like wildfires, and others are wanting to look at studying space debris. So these ideas, the CubeSat challenge was meant to open minds of high school students and teachers to say, we can take on big problems that go far beyond our community, that really impact the whole planet, but we have to be up to speed on the technology, and we have to have the skills in coding and telemetry, and all of the other pieces that will set them up for success. So excited about the challenge and getting people interested in this space.
Yeah, that's really interesting, right? Like now, we're talking about the space and how you use technology to explore, and like you were mentioning, trying to solve different issues in the society. So that's really interesting, this kind of initiative for the young students. So,
yeah. And the challenge, the next phase, once we narrow it down to the top 5, we'll then take on a time of them actually building, and we appreciate the support of Arduino, and as a sponsor is going to be providing Arduino kits that which include the maker and learner equipment, mentorship. Some of the team at Arduino is going to be guiding those 5 finalists into really thinking big about what they can use the boards which go in the Cube satellite to be able to gather that data and to provide critical information back to Earth from that. And then I know you've also been providing webinars through the mission design phase. We've also got other groups that have been in, like Blue Origin, SpaceX, our Federal Aviation Administration, NASA, United States Geological Service, really exposing to young people across the country, thought leaders in this space, really getting them challenged. So even if they're not one of the 5 finalists, they can continue on with the building of their CubeSat, do their own local launch, either via a small rocket or the weather balloons, or some other form of getting it up to actually test it, and then move on to the should they choose, of building, a one that is worthy and meets all of the qualifications for space launch. So very excited about pushing high school students in career and tech programs, but then also having them work with their math programs and their coding programs to really advance their work.
That sounds amazing. The students, when they apply for this, is it from their own, or do they do it together with their teacher? Or how does it work?
Oh, absolutely collaborative. Has to be a career and technical teacher that is the lead on it, but then the students are pulled from multiple disciplines, like we said, that are gathering together the best skills in the school to, from the science department, from the math department, but from the career and tech side to build a collaborative tool that, again, will solve problems. And I told you earlier that my sons have experience with Arduino in high school. They stepped into that space. One ended up being a mechanical engineer. The other is computer science. But when they started, it was simple things like putting together a laser engraving table, but using the Arduino board to be the brain behind that operation. Another one, and I don't know if either of you played volleyball, but they're in volleyball as a setter, and setters are not that prevalent. And so practicing, build a volleyball setting machine that would launch the ball so that the hitters could easily do that. Again, the background of it, Brady and Ross, just early on found that they find value. And so what we're hoping is that experience for hundreds, if not thousands, of more students across the United States, where they come in contact with technology that they can take and leverage for good in the world, and harness that technology to do great things like the CubeSat Challenge.
Thank you. This was really interesting. And everyone who's interested, where should they go to look for more information?
Wonderful. Love to give the website, and it's CTE Mission CubeSat, all together, all lowercase, .com, and that will get them set. So CTE Mission CubeSat, you do fine for that, and it will get you set with all of the other information that they ultimately need to move forward. And
thank you so much.
There's going to be more information being posted on that site. So even if you're not in the challenge, there's going to be lots of great resources to get you into this space. So please take a look and enjoy.
Of course.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us today.
Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
That was really cool.
Yes. And go and check the website to see more information, and later on see what the students are building.
Yeah, they have a lot of useful information there, so take a look.
Yes. In the beginning of October, we celebrated the World Space Week, and you can find different kinds of space-related projects created with Arduino if you look for the hashtag ArduinoInSpace. And we have actually collected some of them in the video. We can see now.
Let's take a look.
Nice. And if you searched before the hashtag ArduinoInSpace, you might have noticed that there are some images from a rocket launching event that our co-founder David Cuartielles participated. And we have a video from David telling us a little bit more about this event and the project that he was participating.
Yeah,
I'm David. And I'm here to talk to you about the competition I attended last year around the topic of the CanSats. In case you're not familiar with the CanSat, it is a competition where different participants work in creating a small satellite in the size of a soda can. The idea of the competition consists in designing a mission where you will prepare a certain attempt to colonize a different country. In this particular case, you will think about how to launch a satellite that will land, and during the landing, it will perform certain operations like taking photographs or deploying a system to plant seeds or analyzing the atmosphere. So you define the mission, and based on that definition of the mission, there will be a committee that will evaluate whether or not that proposal is good enough to be considered innovative and to participate in the competition. You have to work over almost a year in preparing the different parts of your satellite. You have to design the electronics, the software that goes to it, add sensors, eventually actuators, make it communicate to a dashboard that you will have on land, because the satellite has to communicate through radio, and then analyze the data and prepare a final memorandum of the results. So it's not just about making a satellite, it's about designing a whole scientific mission, performing it, and then analyzing the results to see the outcome. So last year, I participated in the Spanish National CanSat competition arranged by the EDUspotlights Foundation. 10 teams from the whole of Spain came together and presented their satellites to the others. They lived together for a couple of days, and then they went together into the Spanish desert to launch the satellites thanks to the courtesy of the Spanish military. They put the satellites into tiny rockets, and they went up to 1 kilometer in the atmosphere when the satellite was deployed by the rocket, and then it would land by opening a parachute, or eventually more than one parachute. And during that landing mission, it will be sending information back to the dashboard at the control center. So all of these different satellites did different missions. They analyzed different kinds of things, and they successfully or less successfully completed their missions. As I said, the goal is not just to fly your satellite and eventually get data at the end. The goal is to make the best mission from the design perspective, make it go to the end, and then make the best analysis and deliver a result. Then the teams will be evaluated from very different perspectives, whether they had a teamwork, whether the report was scientific enough, whether the contents were properly presented, whether the kids actually knew exactly what they were talking about. So the whole experience was really, really great. I had a lot of fun, as you can see in the pictures we're sharing with you. And I learned a lot about how the teams collaborated and about different techniques used in these simulations of space exploration. If you want to know more about the Spanish CAN satellite competition, you should go to ibercibis.es. Or if you want to know more about the European CanSat competition, you should just Google ESA CanSat. So if you plan to participate in this year's ESA or Spanish competitions, I wish you good luck, and I hope to see some information about your satellite on the internet. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David.
Yes, thanks. We
And
also
you can
have sorry.
Yeah.
We also have, like you're seeing on the description, like David's article, Meet David Cuartielles, the Arduino co-founder, who's passionate about education. So you can go to our remote learning site and read all the article. It's very interesting what David thinks on Arduino and education. So take a look.
Yes, and there are a lot of already comments what you would
Nice.
like to see maybe for the coming episodes. There's, for example, the topic
What do we
of
have?
3D printing, perhaps. That's a nice suggestion. We're going to have that
Yes.
one. And then I saw there was also is the opportunity for participation as a social venture makerspace. So if you're interested to participate in the EDUvision, maybe that's also something that we have the contact form on our remote learning side as well. So
Of
you can
course.
suggest topics or leave your contact information, for example.
Yeah, that's a good one. Go to the remote learning site, and if you have comments there or want to join, contact us, and then we can have you. So don't forget to comment.
Exactly. So keep on writing your ideas to the chat on YouTube or Facebook.
Yeah, please.
Yes. And David also mentioned the website esa.in where you can find more information if your students want to participate in the competition. I can share my screen here so you can see that the CanSat 2020-21 kicks off. So the registration is now open, and there are two different kinds of competitions. So there's one for students from 11 to 15 years old, and then one for students from 14 to 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And you can go here so you can start building your own projects, or then if you want to just get started with the CanSat, there's for example, a lot of different kinds of getting started guides and information. And with this one, you can follow, there's a lot of information, the learning objectives, step-by-step guidance. And you can see, for example, that you can do this with the Arduino Uno board.
Nice.
So you can start with the basic programming and electronics.
Exactly, with the Uno board.
Yes.
So talking about that.
Yeah, if you want to get your Arduino Uno board
Exactly.
or start it from the basics for programming electronics. So
Yes.
Roxana?
Yes, use the discount code Space Mission, all together, capital letters, and you will get €10 discount on the Arduino Starter Kit. So
Yes.
it doesn't matter if you don't know any Arduino, you just learn step by step how to do that, and then follow the guide that Melissa shared, and you can build your CanSat maybe. So it's really nice.
Yeah, maybe we should try that. I haven't done that.
Yeah, we should try.
Definitely. So all of you who want to get started with the Arduino, you have now 24 hours to use this discount code.
Exactly. But we also have more about the starter kit, right? There are also tutorials. So you can go to our remote learning site and you can check some step-by-step video tutorials about the student kit. Exactly. Starter kit. Melissa is sharing the website.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, from the remote learning site, you can find all the tutorials for each of the projects from the starter kit. So there's 15 different tutorials that you can follow. As me, Rox, and Teres are guiding you to build your projects.
Yeah, so watch that. If you need any help, you can go there.
Yes.
So don't forget. So again, remember the feedback. Write on the chat what would you like to see. Exactly. So now, as you know, we mentioned at the beginning of the episode that we're going to have a quiz. So for those that joined the first time, we usually have a quiz. So please go to menti.com, and then you will be asked to write that code, 495935. Yeah. So wait there until you will see like a welcome screen. So we wait there until we have the quiz, but we want you to get ready for the quiz when it comes.
So now if you don't have your phone or if you don't have your computer there that you can access, so you have time, we're going to still see a video before we have the quiz, but you can get everything ready.
Exactly. So
you can think about your nickname.
Yeah, exactly. So go to menti.com and write the code. But before the quiz, we want to share with you some of the things that we did this season in EDUvision Season 2. So here. So we have 12 different guests from 8 different countries. So it was really nice to talk to people from all of these countries doing different things in education. So it was really, really nice. If you miss one episode, go to YouTube and watch the episodes. And then we talk about a lot of things: science, Internet of Things, Engineering Kit. We have a really nice episode where we talk about how to identify counterfeits, program it at early ages. We have some artists that are using Arduino in their art. And also today we talk about space exploration. So many topics. And then we also have our product owners. So if you remember them, we had Valentina, Claudio, Jose, and Ernesto talking about their respective products. So we talk about Science Kit, Student Kit, Explore IoT, and the Engineering Kit. So it was so nice having them. And also, as you watched today, we also have our EDUspotlights with our colleagues, also telling us more information and facts and fun facts also about Arduino. So we have a lot of things during this season. And of course, as we mentioned before, let us know what else you want to see for next season.
But I think now it's time for our highlights video.
Let's do that.
Welcome, everyone. This is EDUvision Season 2.
This is the start point.
This will be a wearable.
I have on my phone, I have the Arduino Science Journal app, and I have the experiment for buzzer.
It's good to be back to the EDUvision sessions live.
This week we launched our new kit called the Arduino Explore IoT Kit. So this is one of the activities from the kit.
With the Arduino clouds, I'm controlling the lights on Melissa's hardware. So this is the dashboard when we can monitor everything we do with our carrier and the sensors.
Everything is starting to be connected to the internet. And so for students who are going to be living and existing in this kind of a world,
hands-on with Arduino using MATLAB and Simulink. Mishan Marathe, technical marketing engineer at MathWorks.
Hey guys, having MATLAB and Simulink together with Arduino, I think we can do wonders.
We're going to talk about this kit for homeschooling and remote teaching, which is the Arduino Student Kit.
Teachers will put a lot of effort into presenting lessons in all sorts of different ways.
Lesson number 8. Yes, almost. Thank you, Natalie. It's Imperial March.
Today we're going to talk about original boards in education.
We're going to tell you how to identify a counterfeit from a real one.
Today we will talk about the importance of learning coding and computational thinking at an early age.
Especially for early childhood, we want to have experiences that look like a playground, and robotics is great for that.
Today we're going to talk about incorporate arts in different areas of innovation.
We get crazy ideas, then we start to think how we could realize it.
Halloween is coming, so we'll show more fun Halloween projects.
We have Professor Chris Rogers. He will talk about IoT.
Hey.
Hello.
It worked.
Hello. Yes.
This one is actually grabbing a temperature and a humidity. It's fairly simple. It's on the board. You're carrying an IoT device in your back pocket every day. So there's this question of security. With whom should you share it? And how often should you share it?
Thank you. And thank you for all of you who are watching this.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the same without our audience and without you using the chat to talk with us. Exactly. It's always nice to have a lot of people here.
Yes, thank you so much for joining. And I think we are almost ready for the quiz.
Yes, yes, so yes. No, it's not a Q&A time. It's a quiz time.
Exactly, quiz time.
Oh no, I lost Rox now. So, okay, then hopefully Rox is coming back soon. Then at this, while waiting for Rox, you can all get your phones, your laptops or computers ready and go to menti.com and use the code 495935. There was already a question, what was the coupon code for Arduino? It's for Arduino Starter Kit, and it's the Space Mission. We're going to have the instructions later in this episode. And we have Rox. Yeah. Hey, it's working again.
Yes, I'm working. Okay, so there we go. Let's see. Yes.
Nice.
The quiz is here. So I hope everyone is joining now. I hope so.
Yes. I know my mom is watching, so you better join.
Melissa's mom, join the quiz. All right. So
I'm ready.
More people. Okay, I think we can start, right?
Yeah.
So the idea is that you answer the fast you can, and
yeah, and please follow
delay,
your phone.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
We have some delay, so always follow your screen phone. So let's get started.
Yeah. So follow your phone or your laptop where you have the Menti open. So
exactly. So
so the delay won't trick you.
First question, what are the standard dimensions of CubeSats? We showed that today on the slides. So, let's see if you remember.
Did you pay attention? Yeah, exactly.
We hope you did.
Rox had this in the slides.
Exactly. So 10 by 10 by 10
centimeters. Quite many.
Yeah, really good. Let's see.
Some of you who didn't get it right, you still have chance. There's 3 more questions.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the second one. What song did I try to play with the keyboard that I built with the student kit? So is it What Happy Birthday, the Imperial March, or the Game of Thrones theme? Which one I try? I didn't get it at the first try, so.
But you made it.
Yeah. Yes, the Imperial March.
I actually like that there's so many who answered happy birthday, because a lot of people also guessed happy birthday.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. When we play it, they say it's happy birthday. No,
maybe they're similar.
Maybe. Or just I cannot know how to play. So this is a leaderboard. Who's winning?
Alcereda is
the fastest. And then Cookie Monster, Anibot. All right. So
all of you have a chance still.
Let's see if Alcereda wins the quiz. So let's take a look at the next question. Get ready for the third. Dun, dun, dun. So during the IoT episode, Chris Royer mentioned 3 important aspects about teaching IoT to students. So which one of these 3 did he mention are the most important? I hope you're paying attention to the video. Exactly. Ethics, security, and awareness. Nice.
Nice.
Good. We should have harder questions, I think. It's very easy for you. And last question. In episode 6, Professor Marina Beers talked about coding as profession, as a playground, or as a painting. What with the thing that we discussed about coding?
I think it could be all.
I think so. Playground, exactly. You are very good. So let's see who won. Let's see if Anibot. No, it was not Anibot. It was Alcereda.
Nice.
Let's see if she won.
Yeah, I can see that there's tough competition between Anibot and Alcereda.
Who is that? Okay, the hat and the
snowflake.
Yeah. Exactly, one. Congratulations to you.
Congratulations to Snowflake, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Good.
Nice.
All right, so that was the quiz. Hope you had fun.
And as you can see,
yay!
The next thing that's going to happen is the Christmas special. So unfortunately, this was the last episode of season 2.
Yeah.
And we're just having a few seconds left. Thank you for all of you who's been watching and who's been with us throughout the season 2.
Thank you so much, guys.
If you have missed the previous episodes, you can find them from YouTube and Facebook. And we really hope to see you all in our Christmas special.
Yeah, so watch our social media to see the exact date for that episode.
Yes, and you can find, you can still comment your ideas. You can use the chat and you can use comment also after the live, but you can also use the contact form on our remote learning site, arduino.cc/remote learning.
Exactly. Thank you to all the Arduino team, you guys, of course. Thank you, Melissa, and see you soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Adios.